Hello, welcome back to another YouTube video. And in this video, I'll discuss this Crossy Road game I made. However, it is thanks to the help of a friend, a good old friend of mine that helped me. He provided me with the code. I just modified my most of it. Yeah, I modified most of it. He pretty much just gave me this the game frame, if you will. So, and in this video, I'll discuss like the functionality, like how to create it, and like how to go about it. So, to begin with, the purpose of this code is just to create an entertaining game for everyone and all. So, no matter age. And then here, let me show you a quick demonstration. And then through this demonstration, I'll also discuss some flaws or some things that I would like to improve in the future, or that you could possibly remake this and improve it. So here's the thing: when you open this, you get two separate windows, which is not what I want. I want both of them to be the same windows, but I think the reason for this is because this is in Turtle, Python Turtle, while this one is in Thinkercat or Thinkert. Yeah, Thinkert. And this creates two separate web pages, which I don't want. But it does work. So when I click start on here, right, there's a shop which I was hoping to implement where like you can change the your avatar. It's a turtle right now, but I was hoping it could be like you could have like you could select certain colors. You can select like a trail that follows you. Possibly like buy power ups and stuff like that through the game. Like you collect coins. And then setting, I was hoping here you would be able to adjust like the volume or the speed of the vehicles, or the speed of your character, or to choose like how many cars you want incoming. If you want little to no cars, you could change that. That's what I wanted to add. But I made this as a project for school. It was a very great and fun project. I enjoyed it. However, it's just with the deadline, I didn't have much time to add all these features. So, yeah, and then here, let me show you. Right, so you start off as a turtle at the very bottom, and there's two lines to distinguish the beginning and the end. So you get level one, and as you move through the levels, the speed of the vehicles increments by, I believe, five. And then you move by pressing the space bar. You can also change the hitbox of your turtle. So you can choose like if you want a big hitbox, which just means like if you get really close to it. Look, for example, like if I had a bigger hitbox, I would have definitely gotten hit by that. And then you can see once I cross it, the level increments by one, but the speed increments by about five, if I remember correctly. And then here, let me show you what happens when you get hit. Game over. And then you click the screen, or you can click the exit button, doesn't matter. And it closes automatically. And then I like that feature, but however, the thing I don't like is like when you press start, you can't play again. So it's just like to play again, you would have to rerun the whole program, right? Rerun the whole thing, press play, and there you go. That's how you play again, which I didn't like. But yeah, those are some flaws or things that I didn't really like. So let's discuss the how I went about this. So first off, these are my imports, and then downloads. Yep, right here, car manager. We'll discuss these classes later on. So first we go to root thinker. This creates the screen, and then the geometry, the screen, like the size of the screen, and then this creates our turtle. So like um the road, like the lines. This creates the lines of the turtle. And then we see here we call our first class from draw a road. So oh wait, no, my bad. This is not a first class. Yeah, this is just right here. Yeah, we set the pen but to black. Right, this sets the roads, and then yeah, and then this works the main game function, which is the game that you actually play on. And then here are the classes, right? So you have player, from player, right? This imports your character. Mm, yeah, player from player. Wait, let me check this real quick. Yeah, okay. Car manager equals car manager, but your classes that I'm importing, right? And then these are all still all under the function of main game. So then global. So we have a global unit that we can use outside of the function and inside of the function. So here we see the global unit, right? We use a function. We call this variable inside a function that's inside of a function. Um, I think I don't need global. I don't think we this is necessary. But for the sake of the video, I'm not going to make changes, but I'm pretty sure this is a unnecessary lines of code. I think I only need this. And then I think this should be outside of the function. Yeah, I think so. I think this goes out of the function and then global turns and then that's how it is, I believe. But yeah, for if you're remaking this or forking this code, make sure to make those changes. And then this basically works your left function. Oh, I forgot to mention that when you play the game, you can turn with your arrow keys. So it's not just like you're going straight, right? You press A to turn left and D to turn right again. But the thing is, I made it so where there's a certain limit where you can't go backwards, and this is done through what's it called? An inequality. So basically, the this value is set to here. Wait, we can go to yeah. So turns is equal to 0. So when you turn to the left, turns is equal to 1, or turns is equal to 0 depending on like if you turn. So if you turn left, right, it increments by 1. And if turns is equal to 1, or if turns is equal to 0, then you're allowed to turn left, right? But right it if you turn right, it increments by 1. So you see how like it has to be kept at a certain range, or else you just can't go backwards. And this allows you to um what's it called, go back and right and left and not backwards. And then here we call the turns A and D, right? So it binds the left and right turns to A and D. You could also change it to left arrow, but I prefer letter keys. Yeah. And then I believe this is the actual call screen. Yeah, the so while the game is on, and then it sets a time, because if I didn't have that, the screen automatically like freaks out and speeds up for like the first couple 2 seconds, and it gets very glitchy and it's weird. So I had to rest the screen for a bit, and then like it would cool down. It's like the screen would lag, and then the it would try to catch up with the lag, and then it just does, and then it would just freak out. But this prevents it from freaking out, so that's why I added that. And then here I call the functions, right? The class with their functions, I call them, and then this checks for the collisions within the cars. Right, true or false. If a car goes on the screen, and it makes sure that the user cannot go out of the screen and can only stay within the screen, the 700 by 700. If the player goes off the screen, the game is over. Yep, the y-axis and then the x-axis, right? So we have the width and then the height. If the player's at the finish, so it was the line we saw at the top. If it is, then we would set the player at the starting position again, and then we would level their level up, or actually no, level the cars up. So this would increment the speed, and then the scoreboard increases. Uh, and then yeah, so when the player clicks, or I believe this is Oh yeah, when the player clicks, so this is in the home page. If you click like settings here, you get this nice click, right? That nice little click. That works. The sound of it. And in the main game, this is the most vital function. What that? Yeah. Okay. No, this is the whole game. The stuff above is like the operations, and then the homepage. Uh, this no, yeah, this is the main page, and that's like the main game. So this sets up the homepage, right? This is where I use Thinker. So this creates the button. So BTN means button, first button, second button, third button. This is the home page, the main screen you see. You see the home. Here, let me pull it up. Uh, right here. So you see how you see the home, the start, the shop, and then the setting, right? These are all buttons you click. And then when you click them, it plays the function, the sound function. And then when you click shop, it brings you to this frame one. So we're at frame zero. So this is basically just like to distinguish what frame we're at. Frame one. And then this is the button, the home to go back to the home page, right? This is the command. It brings you back to the main function. Um, the settings, right? So you still have the option to go home or the settings. Um, yeah, and then the shop settings, pretty much similar to that, but with more. Let's go on to the car manager. So here this is the list of colors, and it's here's the move increment. So it increments by 10 actually, and then the starting move distance is at 5. So this is where the player starts at, and then it increments by 5. So the car manager, cell phone cars, and then this creates a list, starting move distance. Yep. And then here you can see we create the cars square, but I think you could change them to possibly triangles, circles, and other fun shapes. Um, and then this selects the size. I believe this is the hitbox. The Seth, this is the hitbox. So you can choose. If you increase it, you have a bigger hitbox for the cars. If you decrease it, it basically means you could practically run through the cars and just become invincible to the game, to the cars. And then this is the spawn point. So you see how the x-axis is random, but the y-axis is always at 300. Oh no, the x-axis is always at 300, but the y-axis is always random. So you never know if they're going to be higher, lower, right? But there is a certain range where they can't get into your box, into your spawn box, or the goal box, the box or the line. They don't cross the lines basically. Um, level up, right? So this calls the class level up. Uh, remove that. And then this is the player. Basically, this is the functionality for the character, right? So here you see turtle and then green. So I wanted to create it where like if player has 20 coins, they can unlock color blue, and then if 20 coins are spent to the game, right, then they lose 20 coins, but they get the color green, and now they have the option to go between green, blue, and then possibly add more colors like red, purple, pink, etc. Right. Starting position. Starting position is the variable, so this is the starting position. Um, starting position self. Yeah, and then finish line. This checks if the finish line. If it is, return true. Else, return false. If it's not, um, if they haven't reached the finish line. And this is the scoreboard. From turtle, right? Terminal over. This basically prints the text. Over. Score means normal. And then this is I believe this is the type of font. No, this is, I believe, font, but this is like so there's like normal text, heading one. You know, when you open like a Google Docs, there's the option to select like title, normal text, heading one, two, three, and you have a bunch of different options. Yeah, and then this creates a scoreboard for the levels. So as you progress through the levels, it increments, like telling you how many levels it is. So it's not just like the same background with like cars incrementing their speed. And then this prints out game over when so when it's called, right? So if we go back here, or I think it's here. Yeah, right here. So if cars, right? If it touches the cars, then we call the class, and then the function of that class. That's it. So this is the function that's in this class, and it'll run this function that's in this class again. Um, yeah, and then it plays the audio right here. It creates that like the little sound effect, and that's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple code on Python. I'm sure you could translate this back to another language if you choose to. But this pretty simple code. Feel free to modify, change it. It's not originally mine. I've used it from my friend, who I believe he also used it from someone else. So I got it from a friend who got it from someone else. I don't know. But I know I changed the sum, and feel free to remix it, fork it, whatever you want to do with it. I don't mind if you use the code because, yeah. All right. Make sure to subscribe. And yeah, subscribe, like the video, and thank you.